Hey, everybody, this is Dana with Coach Dana Inspires.com, and we are so excited that you're here today for business inspiration. And we are going to be inspired today. And the reason is we have this great guest, Tim Lenz from TAL Marketing. And Tim provides a service of getting his clients connected to the services that they need. So there may be folks out there that you do the same thing, and other folks are out there going, well, my clients just come to me and I just give them what they need. That's great. What Tim's going to be talking about today is how he took his business prior to COVID, successful business, running along, doing great things. Suddenly COVID hit. What did he have to change? And that's what we're going to be talking about is change because of COVID. And maybe you're struggling with that even now. Maybe you're struggling with a certain thing and you're going, I just can't think of what to do. This may give you some ideas, ways to change your thinking, ways to rearrange what you're doing, and maybe become successful, just like Tim turned his business in a different direction to keep his business profitable, his clients satisfied, and people coming back for more. So, Tim, how are you? Good to see you today. How are you doing?
Great, Dana. Good to see you again. Nice to
Great.
see you.
Yeah. How's the family? Everybody well and safe?
Good. Everyone's doing fine. Everyone's vaccinated. And so we're all staying up to date on what we need to do. So
All right. Right. Yeah. Good for you.
getting ready to travel. So that's a big thing. Now that we're all vaccinated, we can all travel again.
Yay. And isn't that fun? That's what I miss so badly about this COVID business. Come on, let's get out there and go someplace. I know that feeling. So, hey Tim, so you talk to tons of clients, you talk to other business leaders, and you talk to professionals in your area. What are you hearing from them? Are they becoming positive? Are they cautious? What do you hear from them out there?
Well, in our services that we provide, we are seeing a lot of change, but change for the good. I see a lot more people and older people that are now on Facebook, on Instagram. It's funny how many older people you see in our age group that, Instagram and TikTok used to just be for the kids, right? And now everyone's on there. You're on Twitter, you're blogging, just it has become a more social. And I think helping
Yeah.
people that felt trapped at home, that now they have people they can connect with. If the people around them are not interested in the subject they want to talk about, they can find people who are.
Isn't that the truth? Right, right. And I know that we do think of Facebook as being this certain generation, and then TikTok this certain. But I think you're right, and I've seen that as well. That it is multi-generational. People just want to connect, and that's good to hear from you, and that your clients and the business people you talk to are also seeing that people are connecting in so many different ways now, and that's key to our business, I think. And speaking of our businesses, what can entrepreneurs and business leaders do, right now? What can we do to jump in and really move forward through this mess that we're in?
Well, I think it's just like anything. You have to review what you've done in the past and look forward to what you need to do in the future. I just personally, I was never on Facebook. I was one of those anti-Facebook. I don't want to be there. I don't want Big Brother watching me or anything like that. And now I've come to embrace it just like other people because that's the way business has moved. You used to stand on a street corner and talk to people. You used to have a building that you worked in. Now everyone's on Facebook, and you have a greater reach for people too. It used to be you only dealt with people in your community. Now you can be selling to people across the world. So
Absolutely, and that is very, very true. That there are those folks that feel uncomfortable with Facebook. And I jumped on Facebook right away. I just thought, my life is not that interesting. If Big Brother wants to see what I'm doing, have at it, buddy, because I'm not doing that much. That's that exciting. I think what we're doing is exciting. I think changing the world, business leader to business leader, I think that's exciting. But I don't think Big Brother's all that interested in all that stuff. So it's good to hear that other people are seeing that as well. So what did you have to do okay, there's Facebook, but what else did you have to do to really change your way of finding new clients?
Well, I work with health insurance and helping people enroll in Medicare. And one of the things that I used to do was I used to do a monthly educational seminar at the Aurora Public Library. And I would send out my flyers to people in the mail and invite them to come down to an educational seminar to learn about that. Well, with COVID, no library, right? What do I do? How do I reach people? Because, with the baby boomers, there's just in Aurora alone, there's 200 to 300 people that turn 65 every month. And so that's a huge amount of people that need information and guidance on what are their options? What can I do? What do I need to do? And of course, being most people, we wait until the last minute to do things. And so I have people come to me and say, it's next month. What do I do?
Yeah.
So I had to learn how to do that using Zoom, using Facebook, using YouTube channel, right? Get some videos out there that people can watch. They can see the presentations that we gave and then contact me for their specific issues. Because, each person's different. It's like buying a car. Every person has their own style of car that they want. Well, it's kind of the same with health insurance. People have different health needs, different ways that they need to look at it. So that was kind of my introduction to why I needed to be on Facebook. And that was a big challenge. I think it took me 3 or 4 months to really jump in, learn what I needed to do, get it perfected, send out whether I wanted to get free ads or just use Facebook, join different groups, right?
Yeah. I think and the fact that you have insurance, I think what you're talking about certainly translates into other people's businesses. So I think so many other businesses, y'all out there, you know who you are, we were used to going out face to face, doing presentations face to face. What do we do now? And I think, Tim, you hit it on the head, is you have to find where your clients are. Are your clients on Facebook? Are your clients on TikTok? Or, are they just reading the newspaper, which doesn't happen that often anymore? At least that papery one that used to show up on your front porch. But I think all businesses have gone through exactly what you're talking about. And if folks out there, if you haven't changed the way you're looking at reaching your clients, this is a great example, Tim, of how you had to rearrange your thinking and overcome that fear of Facebook. And people have fears of making presentations via Zoom, having a Zoom meeting, having a Zoom class. For some people, that is something out of their comfort zone. And I think what you're saying is you just got to do it. If you want your business to survive, change your way of thinking.
Well, and it's funny too, because now with, our smartphones, you can make a video presentation of yourself just, in 15 or 20 minutes, right? You just grab a tripod. I got a little tiny tripod and I set that up and I turn it on and I make a video. And what's great? I don't like it. Redo it. right? And you got to practice like 10 or 15 times to get it the way you exactly want it, right?
Yes.
Which does take time, but then once it's done, right?
Yeah.
You become like those actors. You do it until it's perfect, and then you put it up there. But I think one of the most important things was somebody said you need to get started. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time.
Yes.
Get it up there. Then, talk to people that looked at it and say, well, what could I have done different? Or what brought you to look at this video that somebody else might want to look at? Or what could I have changed? And then you go in and you update it and change it. And I think that's, we are a culture that you need to change. People don't want to see the same thing over and over and over again, even on your website. If you're not putting new content up on your website at least monthly, then you're going to lose people. And one of the things that I had to do too was get some help from other people.
Yeah.
There's people out there that will do things cheap, right? 20 or 30 bucks, you get a logo. 10 bucks, they'll make an email for you or copyright. If you don't like to do it, find somebody out there
Right.
full of people that are willing to do stuff really almost dirt cheap to get something out there. And then, once you find somebody, maybe you pay a little bit more for a little bit better, right?
Right. So. Right. Yeah. And I think you're right, Tim, that as we move forward, sometimes we just have to do it and then get better at it. And, our dear friend, Darren LaCroix, toss out to him that done is better than perfect. I think so many of us, I'm not quite there yet. I'm not quite good enough. You're not going to get good enough until you do it.
I had that problem myself. They call it analysis paralysis.
Yes.
That I kept reviewing it, and one of the guys I talked to, he said, just put it up there. Stop being a weenie, right? Just do it.
Oh, I like that. Yes. Well, I like your friend. That's good advice. Good business advice. Stop being a weenie. And the thing is, if you kind of think about it, doing things via video and putting out a recording, if you gave that presentation in person and you kind of flubbed your close and nobody was interested in your business and you're like, oh man, I blew my close. Well, that was live and you can't go back and fix it. But on video, I really made that mistake here. And you can edit it. You can add a new closing. You can do a whole new video. So folks, listen to this. This is good stuff. Just get out there, try it. Just real quick, on Facebook, there's my story or whatever the stink it's called.
Right.
Something like that. Well, I don't know what it is and I don't really care. That's nice, and I see, my friends, they have a new story. That's nice. Don't care. And that's not that I don't care about my friends, but I don't know what this story thing is about and I'm not interested. Well, I finally had to jump into the story thing and now I use the story. I love it. You can do a poll. You can ask questions. I mean, there are all kinds of great things about it that I didn't understand until, one of my coaches said, hey, this is what you can do with it. Wow. So looking for new and interesting ways of doing things, I think is really, and that's how social media has really changed your business is by reaching out like that.
Yep. That, and I didn't realize it, but email is so important, right? If you have clients, if you look at the big advertisers, how many times do you see a Pepsi commercial? How many times do you see a car commercial? It's the same thing over and over. Sometimes you get so tired. It's like, I'm sick of that one. I have it memorized. Well, guess what? The same thing applies to emails. Sending emails out. I had one guy tell me that he goes, if you send out an email every day, takes you 15 minutes, He goes, send one out every day to all your clients. Just keep in touch with them, right? You'd be surprised at how much return business that you get,
Yes.
and how much time, they'll forward that on to their friends. Oh, you need something. Oh, here's the guy. He sends me this email every day. Or this is an important subject. Or what do you think about this, right? Just anything that comes into your mind that you're making that connection with your clients or with your customers, that they go, oh, well, this guy is a really good source of information.
Yes.
So now you become an important source of information, and they have found that, out of your clientele, 10% will come back to you for business, and 1% will continue to come back to you over and over and over again.
Really?
So that's what I find with the people I work with is my business is mostly word of mouth, right? I hate the Medicare plan I'm on. Oh, well, you should talk to Tim. He'll tell you all your different options, and you can pick a different one, right? Or find one that meets what you need. Or, you know what, my situation changed and my doctor retired. What do I do now, right?
Yes.
So all kinds of different things like that can help people, but you got to keep the emails going. You got to keep in touch. Try to do one once a week. Once a day I kind of put off, but at least on a weekly basis, keeping your customers happy, sending out birthday cards, things like that, encourage people, especially if you're in a service industry. You need to serve people. And how are you serving them? Give them some more information. Thank them for their birthday. I had one lady that she was so grateful because her family doesn't even send her birthday cards. So, you make those connections with people, and they appreciate it.
Right. And part of
recommend you.
I'm sorry. And part of what you're talking about is relationship marketing. Is you're building relationships. And we've heard this on this interview show before, is if you build a relationship, people are going to be coming back to you and referring you. And it's not fake relationships. I mean, you may not invite these people over for dinner or, go to a movie with them, for goodness sakes. But, like sending a birthday card, that's good business, and I'm not saying everybody go send all your clients birthday cards. That's not the point. The point is to keep a connection and to care. Like I've talked to clients and, I found out, their kid broke their leg, or their mother was having surgery, or they were going on vacation, or all kinds of information. And then when I talk to them again, hey, how's your mom doing? How was that vacation to Maui or wherever they went? Oh, yeah. So when they know that you're listening and they care, just like that birthday card, people respond very positively to that. And I think, Tim, you made a really good point. And viewers, hello, same thing. Just reach out in not even here's a sales tip, but hey, you're on my mind. I was just thinking about you, wanted to say hello. There's nothing wrong with that. That email would take you 5 seconds to send out. And I'm glad you pointed that out, Tim, is be top of mind, and be top of mind in a really positive way. Great ideas. So
because people, it's the same thing that they've always said. People won't care about you until they know you care about them.
Yes.
Right? And so people just don't care unless you show that you care first. And it doesn't take a lot to care, right? Just interest. Some of my best clients, I don't even talk to, except maybe on a yearly basis. And yet when we talk, the next time we talk, it's just like, it's like going to family reunions, right? You haven't seen your family in years, and yet when you get together, it's just like old times. So
Yep. I think you've got a very good point there, and I hope our listeners are really grabbing onto that. And when you were making these changes, what were your biggest challenges as you were making these changes in your business?
Well, my biggest challenge was I was not on the internet. I mean, I had a web page, but I had a web page that was basically a signpost.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
okay.
up there and I didn't get any referrals. But once I started doing the social media, learning about it, it was surprising. I even had one client, my favorite thing to do is ask them, well, how did you hear about me? And
Mm-hmm.
some people say, well, I asked Siri. I had someone say, I asked Siri, I needed a Medicare broker in the Aurora area, and Siri gave me your name and number. And it's like, all right, Siri's my pal.
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't need to take Siri out to dinner to thank her. That's
Right. So it was funny because I had never heard that before. And then I had somebody else that said that they just got on Google and they Googled somebody in Aurora that did Medicare. And they looked at it, and the important thing, your picture, your face. Get your face out there,
yeah.
because people, I had one person say, I picked you over the other people because you look like you were a friendly face, right? I'm a friendly face. So they said, I want to do business with the guy who's got a friendly face.
I love it. I love it. And I think that's so true too. I think that's I had this one buddy in the speaking business, and folks out there, please, I don't mean to offend anybody, but every once in a while you'll get a headshot of someone and it just is so not them. It's so staged. I love the headshots, where you're by a tree or a beautiful brick wall, or I mean, you're like you really have a good smile or say, but it's when people do this, I don't go around doing this all the time, well, I do because I joke around a lot, but so make those headshots welcoming, like you. I mean, you had a picture that was clearly said, I'm welcoming, I'm friendly, I want to be helpful to you. And that's what we need to do. We still maybe want to, be that professional person. Absolutely. One of my I call him my buddy now. I just adore this guy, Patrick McCowan. His headshot, he's wearing just a black T-shirt, and his background is fairly benign. It's nothing, no flashing lights or anything. And he's standing with his arms crossed, which normally you'd think that means anger or shutting off. But for some reason, when he's standing there with his arms crossed, looking at that camera, you just like, that is a personable guy. How friendly this guy must be. I want to know that person. So I think you've really made some excellent points here, Tim. My goodness, we have to be top of mind. Have a friendly face headshot. Come on, dudes. And it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be beautiful or you can be average. And you may not think, oh, I don't look good today. But if you have that intention, it comes through absolutely. So Tim,
And I'll tell you the last thing that worked really good too for my logo. I was at a one of these art shows and they did a caricature, right? Caricature of me, and I made that my new logo, right? So instead of a headshot for some like my Twitter or Facebook page, I put up my caricature, right? And people, think, oh, this is a fun guy. He's going to be fun to talk to.
Yes. Yeah. Be creative. Be creative with those things. I think that's okay. And I think sometimes it's also okay to try something. And if it doesn't work, take it down. You can always change it. It's not like a big deal. And have you seen folks that they'll put up, like on Facebook, they'll say, I'm thinking about this headshot or this one. Which one do you think? And ask your friends. People will tell you, I really like this because, or, ooh, that one doesn't, you don't appear very friendly, or whatever it is. So folks, some of your friends may just like you for who you are, but some will actually give you good feedback. So ask for it. Got it. Okay. do you want to give us one little tidbit, one little nibble to walk away with that really changed what you were doing? Even if you've already hit on it in the past few minutes, what's really changed your business?
I would say the email.
Okay.
Make sure that you get that email out and try to get more people into your email list, right?
Yeah.
Grab emails wherever you can and send them out, and take 15 minutes a day to send out emails. I mean, that it's not going to kill you, and you'd be surprised at the return you'll get on your business.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Tim. This has been so informational. And for folks, you may be out there and you may be that age where Medicare would be in your future. If you don't live in the United States, you don't know what Medicare is or are not interested, and that's okay too. But this is great business information that we can take and apply to any business that's out there. So, Tim, I'm so glad that you were willing to come on and talk about how you had to rearrange your business. Some people out there use the word pivot, so that's an okay word. You had to pivot your business. You had to readjust. You had to make changes, however you want to couch that. But this has been great information. I hope folks out there, you take note and really start looking at how we can change our business. And I'd like to share Tim's information. He's gracious enough that if you're saying, how on earth do I, how do you get into this email thing? How did you get used to it? Tim is willing to talk to you and just give you some insights, talk to you about, how do you get used to being on Facebook Live and things like that. So Tim, this is Tim's information, Tim at AuroraMedicareGuru.com. And so give him a call, 303-378-3852. I mean, reach out to him, find out what he's up to. And he's more than happy to talk to you about how he had to make those shifts and make that pivot to figure out how he was going to continue to be a profitable business owner, just like you two can be. So that's his information. That's my information as well. I'm Dana, Coach Dana Inspires.com. I coach women entrepreneurs to find out what their real value is so they can charge what they're really worth and find their perfect client. So if you're interested in talking about that, do you want to be interviewed? Let me know. There I am, Coach Dana Inspires.com. Until next time, Tim, I just want to thank you so much for being here, sharing your expertise, and we will see everybody next week. Bye, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Dana. Have a great day. Bye.